Of course, the music stops right as I hit start. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Everything just goes quiet. Wonderful. Okay. So it looks like everything's running. Maybe here, hang on. Uno momento. Memento. Uno momento, por favor. A true white ass southern accent. Okay, there we go. So there was an update to Traveler's Rest where you can now have different types of animals. Apparently there's other things from before that I didn't know about. Zany has mentioned and I didn't know. But I have a fear that my game might be fucked because I played it last night and it didn't save when I went to sleep in the game. We're about to find out. It didn't save. God fucking damn it. I gotta go find the cat all over again. I know I need cat food. I thought I bought the shit. God damn it. Okay, but yeah. In other words, there's now a pet shop in town. And there's a little few quests added with the owners. One of the cats ran out. And that is as far as I've gotten. Now I can get information off them and look how cute. But it renamed my animal. I already named her Q-Tip. Hello? Excuse me. Her name is Q-Tip, thank you. Get it right. Oh. And it's raining today, lovely. Okay. So this did not save last night. Great. Even better. If I go this way, I could go talk. Yeah, they added some more NPCs around. Apparently, Zany said there's a bird somewhere, which I did not know. I'll have to go exploring a little bit more and see if I can find anything else. I don't know if there's more I need to talk to. I have no idea. But look how cute this little place is. It has cat ears. You can see the little babies in the windows. Here's even a little pretty cat right here in the box. And then there's more here on top. Look, that one's laying for the whole world to see its bits. Look at him. He's free and willing in it, guys. Look at him. All nice and laid out. He's having time of his life. Oh yeah, the weird lady's here. I don't think there's really much anything else I want from her. These hands are not made for coarse and unglamorous work. You know, they're being so insultive. I don't know if I want to tell people about Agatha's store. It doesn't open until 9. Open already. Hey, person. It's fiddling with my thumb up my nose. Hey, Hellman. Okay, so now I can talk to those guys on the mountain. I didn't think to talk to everybody. Open! Okay, thank you. Look at all these babies! They even have little ferrets and naked cat and a panda and frogs and cats and birds and... Oh yeah, we gotta find the cat named Jackie. I mean, look at these babies. This one's in his own little blanket. Look, they even have a monkey. Oh my god. I want a ferret. I remember he's over here. Ah, shit. Wait, no, go back. Then he's over here. And he gets stuck in the tree somewhere. I don't remember where that tree is. Oh, there he is. Hi, Doc. How you doing? We get to save a little kitty cat. I'm doing alright. They made an update to Traveler's Rest and I'm excited. You get to have little animals. You weren't here. I was gushing over the area. It didn't save last night, so I hope my game's not borked. Here's your cat. I already have a cat. Yeah, do you have cat food? I would love a dragon. They get to buy cat food. It's fucking expensive. Ooh, a fishy! Yes. I get a scratching pup. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. Oh, look how cute! Look at the little ferrets! My eyeball's itchy, hang on. Oh, look at the little ferrets! You don't like the service? Sucks to be you! Dragon just, yeah, just yum 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 yum. What day is the 11th? I think I'll have... We can buy more siege. How many days? 6 days. Oh, broccoli. I really don't care for broccoli, but you know, whatever. Cabbage. I didn't say anything about me. I've been okay. I'm just tired. I'm getting burnt out from work a little bit. I think my boss has noticed, but she hasn't said anything. She's just kind of... She's been engaging everyone in a little bit more talk recently. I think probably because I've been burning out. Well, the thing is, I had some time off, but it was busy doing things. Like, I had that week off a month or 2 ago. And then I had a half a day off for Kate's stuff for her wedding, so we had like a bachelorette thing for her. And every weekend's been busy. I've been busy every single weekend until this weekend. I have time off, believe it or not. I've just been a little bit everywhere. Potato. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I think I need some... There's corn. Does corn grow? 4 days. I have too much shit in my inventory, hang on. Whoopsies! What? I really don't need these, it's fine. I kinda need all the rest of that. That's fair. Rest and time off from work are not the same. Yeah, it's not. I don't know why I have this irrigation here. It's not helping with anything, really. Am I gonna move it? No. Oh, it's cat food. I can't plant that. God damn it. Yeah. Everything will be fine, though. Just a wee bit tired is all. I don't think I have any more. No. I think I'll put food in the cat's dish. Apparently there's more to this game than I know of. I didn't know a lot of things. Oh, I know, get back. Let's feed. I need to check on my chickens. potatoes. Potato. What? Wow. Call me a potato. Ah, thank you. I appreciate it. Then you gave me noms. Give me delicious noms. Oh, I got a big tea. Hell yeah. I love tea. Also, I finally got some chimkins, guys. Look at them. I gave them weird names. Let me bring... Gotta move my stuff around. Oh. Well, I was gonna tell you guys that your boss wants you to get out of here, but you know, whatever. Oh. All the coal they can get. I'm guessing he won't melt till like summertime. I think we had spring, autumn. We're in autumn right now, and then we get winter. I have to take a wee stop to eat my bird bar. Well, about that, they're kind of stuck waiting for a guy that got somehow an ice. About that, I think one of them might be dead. Okay. I need to eat my burger. Apparently, there's some other stuff on this game that I didn't know about. And now I'm kind of like, I want to look and see everything. Burpee. Bam 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 ba-da-dum, bam bam ba-da-dum, bam 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 ba-da-dum, bam bam. Well, I need a bigger one. I'll get to that later. I need a lot of nails. Okay. There we go. Got him some foods. This is Pun Pun. This one is Cinnamon. This is Bon Bon. And this one's Egbert. And yes, you can raise them to game eggs, and then you can also slaughter them. Thought I'd let you know that. Just a little FYI. I'm gonna go ahead and open and get a little bit more money in tonight. I'm gonna grab this one. I'll let that one go longer. You just got here. Get out. Can you believe the service just sat down? This is gonna be a moment to eat my burger as well. I wonder if this place will auto-close if I go past in the night too much. Kinda curious. I just bit the side of my mouth again and it hurts even more. It was just starting to heal. Ow. But looking was way smaller and more shady last time I seen it. Yeah. Ow. Put this shit outside my mouth. Ow, ow, ow. I've done a lot in this game. Pepper! Pepperoni! Hamburger! I mean, I'm stuffing my mouth right now, I'm sorry. What intervention? Which game? I want to play it so bad. I'll get it eventually and I'll stream most of it the best I can. Ow, I bit the side of my mouth again, it hurts. Skipping all the bad combat. Pause for a second. We can't all be good at video games. First of all, what the fuck do you mean Fortnite? You got a little fish for her. Get out. No. Wait. Don't leave, but like, no Fortnite. What's wrong with you? Also, I'm sorry. Thank you for the raid, Pepper. Thank you so much. Did you get through your boss battle you were talking about? You did? Did it take as long as you thought it would? What do you mean? I'm looking. Where's the answer? Oh. Heh. Got it first try. Isn't that usually what happens, though? The cat ate the fish. Also, I just noticed something. Fuck. Oh wait, never mind. Hang on. We're fine. I accidentally made an issue that was an issue. Don't worry about it. And then another one that took another hour. Oh. You're welcome. I didn't break stream. Shut up. I don't break shit. I didn't do anything. I legitimately didn't do anything. I was looking at something. No, I did not click OK in the Windows update. I know better than that shit. Oh, I got eggs. Looky there. I got some honey. You're welcome. What happened? What happened? What do you mean done goofed? What happened? I'm scared. What happened? Guys, what happened? I'm scared. Oh. Bruh, what the fuck? Okay, in all honesty, I legitimately did not change anything but my audio. which never causes that. I didn't broke it, it's the stream. It did it itself. And I broke it. I hope it's good now. I need to check on my alcohol. Okay, let me see what this parrot's about. Yeah, how fucking rude, pepperoni. Oh, every Wednesday or Thursday? Okay, that explains why I didn't see him. I didn't know it was a whole nother area. Let's go find it. Then go and get it later in the week. When the urge calls, you gotta honk. Honk. I mean, I can probably do a legitimate honk, but like, I don't want to subjugate you guys to that. Didn't hurt my throat in the process. What? What the fuck? What? Since when the fuck has this been here? This is what happens when you have what's called a one-track mind, where you don't ever look at anything because you're enjoying the monotony. And you miss everything else. Apparently there's a dude that comes here and you can buy a bird from him. Did not know that. But it's only on Wednesdays and Thursdays nights. Yeah, it's the single processor brain did not go burr at all. It just went A. That's all it went. You can get scraps and stuff now. Oh, a mosaic lamp! I got a new recipe from that? Fuck yeah. For the land of the free. Woody. Oh yeah, the artifacts table. Let me go see if Woody has it or can afford it. I don't know, but we ain't gonna know until we look at it. Where's your artifact table, my dude? Oh. Artifacts table. I'll take one. Thank you. I wonder how much more they're gonna add to this game. Man, this dude's angry. Bye. There's a hamster in a ball. No, no. No, there's a hamster running around in a ball. Look at him. Oh my god. You get kicked. Oh no. You kicked the hamster in the ball. So sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
That streamer rigged their officer. She's the one who kicked that poor hamster across the room. Little 668 wah.
Wow, that's what took you to sub to me? I see how it is. I had to kick a hamster in a ball in a game for you to sub. I see how it is. I didn't know I could kick him. Still, you resubbed for the hamster kick. You can't deny it. Hey. Did I put the sign outside? No? Okay. Inside. Yeah, okay. It was to alert the authorities. Good luck. Good luck with that. I started choking on my spit. What's your problem? Alright, we'll open back the tavern up for a little bit more. Why does one of the characters sound like they're tooting? Y'all hear that? Guess it's just me. What? Sure you do. Dogs especially. Got a nice crunch to them when barbecued. This game... No! I love a plump... No, you're not allowed to have an animal. I'm not letting you eat that poor baby. Why did the first person interested have to be a monster? Little fucked. been a while since I've gotten to... Oh god, now I'm thinking of that song from Stain. It's been a while. I know, I did see Stained in concert recently, and you sounded very, very, very high tone, where I was like... All I was... That's basically the whole entire concert, just to make y'all feel better. Oh, we're low on drinks. Oh shit. I don't think I need to make any food items for a while. Oh, well, today at work, someone called. It was like, what's today? And it was one of the other girls, and they were like, I'm sorry, I apologize, what were you asking? What was the day? Like, not the date, but like, what is today? Is today like Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? And they're like, oh, it's Friday. Oh, okay, and thank you, and hung up. They just wanted to know if it was Friday. Yeah. And another dude cussed me out on the phone that because he went to one of our branches that's not a fully functioning branch, is only open from Monday to Thursday. He went there today, and it's not even a branch open to the public, it's like a processing place. And he cussed me out on the phone because it was closed. His girlfriend, wife, or whoever was with him would like cut him off and grab the phone. She's like, thank you, like, it's okay, thank you, and hung up the phone. I went, okay. Thank you for yelling at me because you didn't read our website. You know, God forbid. As if it's totally not on there. Leave, people, leave. I love being yelled at by customers. Adios, amigos. Oh, my back. Oh. Okay. I need a better. Come on, guys. Come nice and close. Come nice and close. I'm kind of thinking of eventually, cause you know how I like the spoop vids. I'm kind of thinking of maybe looking through Reddit. That sounds like a problem to have, of random story stuff to read. As my cat is yelling at me from the floor currently. Or one of my cats. Can you chill? What? Let me get situated. Hang on. Hang on a minute, guys. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get my legs up. What? I miss my old chair. Well, it technically was my mother's, but... Hang on, Scar. Ah. Mama gotta get her drugs. Is it like, what type of spooky are we talking about? Is it like real life spook? Is it created spook? I mean, there's no dig against creative spooks. There's some good creative spooks out there, my dude. I don't have a half anywhere? Okay. Hang on, I gotta cut a pill. I have been watching a lot of this one YouTuber called Immortal Marcus. He makes a bunch of good videos pertaining to other like horror YouTube channels. And he makes really good analyzed vids of it, like of all of them all together. He makes very good conversation about it. Points, tips, ideas, things to figure out, especially those that is like a whole series of videos together you have to think about. Like, it's really cool how he's able to go through it pretty well. I'm like, man, I wish my brain worked that well. Dark Docks. Ooh, okay. Well, look at that. This seems a good time to click out of the game and pull up my rusty keyboard that desperately needs a clean. Dear God, that's a lot of cat hair. Let me change my thing. YouTube. Making sure nothing looks fanky before I open. Been cleaning. Oh yeah, I keep that clean. Don't worry about that. As you can see, I watched Distractible and Ambiguous Amphibian. That has been my obsession as of late. Scarlett, would you just get up here and quit whining? Thank you. But yeah, I keep stuff clean. I grew up with my brother always having us, well, actually my mom. Funny story, I'll get to that in a second. She'd always have us, blow out our computers, get all the dust and stuff out. One of her, like our first family computers, what we used to call the dinosaur, when we had XP and all that fun stuff. Um, we couldn't clean it out because then it'd start smoking. I don't know if it's something to do with with the, I don't know, maybe something with the static in it. We had a really close family friend we still hung out with, and he dealt with computers like my father did. He was friends with them. So we went over there to his house to spend time with him and his wife, who was real sweet. And he started working on our family computer. My mom, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go blow it out because it's full of dust. That might help. Mom's like, well, I'd be careful if you go blow it out the dust and everything. And he's like, no, I'll be fine. She's like, no, it might start smoking legitimately. I'm just warning you. Don't freak out. It's not your fault. He's like, no. So he goes downstairs to his garage and he blows it out, brings it back up in the living room and plugs it in. And as he turns it on, it catches on fire. It caught on fire. Then he started freaking out and he was like, I'm so sorry. I caught it on fire. I didn't mean to. And we're like, my mom's like, hey, you're fine. I told you that's what it would do. And then he fixed whatever it was that we had to get fixed on, like a part needed to be replaced, maybe like RAM, I don't remember. And brought it home, and that damn thing still worked for years, even though it caught on fire a few times. Yeah, we still use floppy disks on it and everything too. Mom used to keep pictures and things of that nature. Still has a whole stack of them stuffed in their desk somewhere. But you sit. Thank you. Little toasty PC's never too bad. Yeah, that thing lasted fucking forever. Yeah, so we had no. Wait, which came first? Was it 98 or XP? Was it 98 that came first? I don't know. It had the very first OS. Yeah, 98. It was 98 then. Because it was 98, XP, and then Vista? I think. I don't know. I can't remember shit. But we had that and the dial up and fucking hated dial up. AOL, email. Sorry, I'm giving Scarlett attention while we're doing this because she's really, really wanting attention. And then I remember my mom got a really old laptop that had XP on it, and we thought that was the shit from a family friend. It even came with a card that you can use to connect to the internet with. But that's only if she paid for the service or something. Scarlett, you don't have to smack my mic. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Guys, she's looking at me with the widest eyes and just kneading against my chest with her hand. Don't hit the mic, baby. Yeah, Windows 7. That was the one we were forgetting earlier. Windows 7. That was the shit. And then they went to Windows 8, and that was not good. It was legitimately dog shit. And then 10 kind of brought back 7, and now we have 11, because why not? Because we gotta skip 9, right? Know why? Because 7, 8, 9. That's why 9's not there. 7, 8 it. Yeah, she's wanting attention. You're not getting enough attention? It's because you don't snuggle me at night because your brother's there now. You snuggled the other night. Yeah. Remember, it's your pillow. Let him take it. You know you can lay on your pillow. Why you have such the sweetest face? Oh my god. Don't deserve you. So cute. such a baby. We don't deserve you. Okay, let's see. Dark Docs. He has a lot. Oh, this is a lot of real life shit. Ooh. It's spooky. I love you too, Scarlet. I love you too. Oh, distractible. Okay. Let's see what he got. There was another one I think it's Void. I can't remember, but there's a few more channels I have found. Dark footage? I mean, hopefully it's not bad where I can't watch it.
In the summer of 2023.
Oh, I'm sorry. Man, this is a lot of military. I can see where his main thing is. Military. Hi, baby. Hi. Are you gonna chuff at me? Yeah. Okay, I'll look at this on my own time. I'm just gonna say that because I don't want to accidentally. What the fuck is these like, what? Wu-Tang? What the fuck? Alright, cool. Mickey Mouse. Let's go. Ghost Justin Bieber? What? Okay. I don't know. Oh, these are random scary videos. Nuke's top 5. Let's go. Memory lane.
This next video was sent in by a Nuke's Top 5 viewer, but
Okay.
unfortunately it was posted to the internet without a source. So the story goes that a woman claimed to have a doll that was haunted, and she said that she would often catch it moving all on its own. After being asked repeatedly by viewers, she decided to point a camera at the doll and live stream the entire thing. Around an hour in, with skeptical viewers watching closely, there was a bit of movement. Watch closely.
Yeah, so did you see that guy? My question is, where is the person?
Now, the doll doesn't actually move, but the items surrounding it in the storage closet fly violently across the room, and even on top of the doll. Viewers have speculated that because the doll was buried in the debris, that the woman's doll isn't even actually haunted, but perhaps her house is. However, others claim that the supernatural activity is centered around the doll, and some even claim that they saw the doll move in the video before everything came crashing down. But without a source, we'll never know. So, what do you think? A hug goodbye. A woman who calls herself Sissy says that her husband passed away 8 months ago under very sudden and unexpected circumstances. One day, as Sissy and her son Clarence are walking out of their front door, their Ring camera records something very strange.
Oh wait, no. Okay. Oop, come on, Clarence. I think my mom's got fun. Okay. That's what I was just about to ask. What did you say, bud? Did you say bye too? Oh, okay.
I posted the gremlin in
Now,
in
Sissy
Discord.
posted the video because she thought it was just a little odd and kind of cute that her son was talking to his dad who passed away. She made no claims that the clip was paranormal, but when she posted the video online, viewers began to point out that there also seemed to be a strange voice in the clip. A voice that they thought might actually be the little boy's father, communicating from beyond. Now I'll enhance the audio and listen carefully just as little Clarence walks out of the door.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A quiet voice seems to whisper, "Honey," and the boy seems to look around as if searching for who said it. Even stranger, he seems to think that it's the voice of his deceased father and actually walks over as if his dad is standing nearby on the porch. The little boy says, "Daddy hugging me," and again a strange quiet voice seems to whisper back.
Oh wait, no. Okay. Oop, come on, Clarence. I think my mom's got fun. Oh wait, no. Okay. Oop, come on, Clarence. I think my mom.
So did little Clarence actually encounter the spirit of his deceased dad, saying hello and giving him a quick hug? Clarence seems to think so, but as usual, you decide.
I will say it is a nice thought to think that maybe
Witchboard.
when you're a kid you
A woman
can
is doing
see
a
like
solo
loved
investigation of a haunted house and is using a Ouija board to contact a spirit named
ones. The
Brenda
good ones, that
she
is,
believes
not the
inhabits
scary,
the
spooky
home.
ones you don't
But
want
as she
around.
conducts her Ouija board session, she begins to suspect that she might be in contact with something
Again,
much more
don't
sinister.
touch
Am I dealing
fucking Ouija
or am I
boards.
speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my god.
Why do you have guys in booba emotes and cow bikini? Because the year of the...
Who am I communicating? I'm losing my... Who am I communicating with through this board? My nose is bleeding right now. Oh my god.
Was it the year of the ox?
Demon, it's trying to say.
I don't know. I did that because of the cow bathing suit everybody was wearing at the time. And I think
The board is moving.
Tessa.
Oh my god, right, that's it. I'm done. I'm off. I'm sorry, guys.
She hears a strange sound from the floor above her and her nose starts to
Flipped
bleed.
it off of a drawing I
But
did a
still,
long
she
time
decides to
ago,
continue
and
her
it's just been
session.
there ever since.
Suddenly the Ouija board flies off the table and finally she decides that she has had about enough and she just gets out of there. A guy named Angelo decides to camp in a forest that is said to be haunted. He's a bit unnerved by the spooky surroundings, but nevertheless, he decides to try to contact any nearby spirits with a Ouija board. As you might expect, it did not go well.
I heard something move outside the tent. Okay, I'm gonna end the session for a second, okay? I'm closing off the session.
You didn't say goodbye.
I don't see anything. Well, that was weird. It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as if...
Stacy.
What the f was that? Nope, no. That's... I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know if I want to know what the hell that was.
First of all, here's your first problem. You went in the forest alone.
Honestly,
Second
I think
problem.
I should probably leave.
You did a Ouija board.
Yeah.
You didn't even properly close it.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Angelo begins to freak out from the strange sounds that seem to surround his tent and decides
And third of all,
it's
you only brought a
time to
knife.
leave.
Okay. Okay, exit is just down that way. Oh, that was a really bad idea.
No shit, Sherlock.
I just heard something. Something made a sound in my ear. What the what the what the what the was that? Nope.
Why are you standing? Just go.
A guy named Brendan Castagnon says that he used a Ouija board in his house, but didn't sign off properly at the end of the session. He claims that after this, he began to experience strange paranormal incidents in his home. One night, he awakens to the sound of something moving around in the other room. He grabs his phone and starts to record.
I think this is an old video.
Ay, cabrón. No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches. No.
A strange pale face seems to peek around the corner, but when Brendan approaches, there's nothing there.
Oh my.
Now terrified, he tries to retreat back to his room, but the door slams shut right in front of him. Brendan Castagnon says that after this
that was a
incident, he
skinny
never
stove.
used the Ouija board again.
Weird.
And thankfully, the supernatural incidents in his home have slowly stopped occurring. Abandoned or not? A guy who calls himself Native Penguin was doing some urban exploring on the
Native
grounds of the
Penguin?
Cherokee
I love the
Heritage
name.
Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma.
Do you not like booba
A
and
collection
thighs?
of
Yeah,
old
Doc. Do
buildings
you
were
not like
built on
booba
the
and
site of the
thighs?
former Cherokee Female Seminary. a
I mean,
boarding
if you
school
don't,
for
I'm
girls
not-
that
I'm not
burnt
gonna
to the
judge,
ground
but I am
in
kinda curious.
1887. Suddenly, Native Penguin starts to hear something very strange.
Am I tripping or is there something going on in here? What the?
O Senhor, ligado a um, coiga a mim, e the Daxi after moving to Indian Territory, Cherokee Nation set aside one.
That's just the radio they have playing.
Dude, that's so creepy. Why is this?
Do you not like booba and thighs? Only in real life? You
Even though
don't
the
like
center
real
has been
life
closed
booba
down
and
for
thighs?
years,
Or
there's
vice
an
versa? I'm
odd
very
recorded
confused.
message playing inside one of the buildings. Native Penguin looks in the windows to try to figure out just what is going on. He captures something on camera that is truly bizarre.
Okay. Dude, that scared me. I was like, there's someone in there.
At Mount Zion Church, where I pastor, we conduct our services in both languages, Cherokee and English. And we have a completely Cherokee audience.
Some strange white apparition seems to glide by just behind the building's old
No,
wood
that
stove
was just a
and
shadow.
disappears.
What the fuck?
Now,
Also,
some
I
viewers
think
say
that
it
little
looks like a girl in a
earlier
white
was him
gown,
just
but
tooting because
what
he
do you
giggled.
see? Did Native Penguin capture the spirit of one of the girls from the old burned school that once stood here? You decide.
Beep beep. Beep beep, motherfucker. Hi, Day. How you doing?
Mark DeFalco is on his daily walk around his neighborhood when he notices that a car has crashed through the fence of the local graveyard. He starts to film, and what he captures
drawing boob and thighs don't do much for me. I'm a physical learner. Okay, look, I'll respect that. I will 100% respect that.
Damn, man. People gotta learn to slow down. Lucky they didn't hit none of these tombstones.
Tombstones.
Real lucky. Hello? You alright? You okay? What the hell? What the fuck is going on here? There ain't nobody there. Miss? Hello?
Mark hears creepy, unexplained sobbing as he approaches the car.
First of all,
it suddenly seems to just stop.
You would have called 911 by that point,
now,
right?
Mark received multiple requests for a follow-up video to explain the situation. But Mark says that he didn't really understand what happened himself. But he did provide a pretty simple update.
Well, I finally got an update for you on that cemetery video.
Okay.
They fixed that fence.
Yeah. That's what they're supposed to do.
3 years ago, and to this day, Mark claims that the video he captured is 100% real and that he can explain it. But let me know what you think.
You okay? What the hell?
Intruders. A young woman named Jeanette moves into a new apartment, but not long after,
yeah, very
as
big
she is
update,
recording
huh?
herself practicing a new dance routine, something happens that is truly terrifying.
Remember? We're friends.
Oh no, there's someone break in.
I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Luckily, Jeanette escapes unharmed. She
Oh
calls
my
the police and
God.
they check her apartment, but the intruder is no longer there. Jeanette says that the man was never caught. But it gets even weirder, because after Jeanette uploaded the video of her frightening experience, observant viewers notice something very strange. As Jeanette is fleeing her apartment, something seems to open the door right in front of her, as if clearing her path so that she can get away.
Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Oh, she's right.
Jeanette says that she has no idea how this could have happened.
Or it could have been the floor.
I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what happened. This door is not the easiest to open, and this is why I think it's like a divine thing, or like, I don't know, a ghost, or I don't. Yeah. It's not easy. So it's not like just like the wind pushed it or anything. I think someone actually, or something, I don't know.
So now let's cut ahead to a few days later. Jeanette and her friend are unboxing some of her belongings as she continues to move into her new apartment. But her friend sees something that gives her the chills.
Oh no.
You saw a man in my bedroom?
He was right there between the green table and the bed, against the wall like this.
No.
Jeanette's friend says that she saw a man just standing in the bedroom. But now, the man is gone. A few days later, and again, Jeanette hears some strange noises from somewhere in her apartment. What happens next is pure nightmare fuel.
You know, after the first time, I'd be like, nope, I gotta move. But then again, like most people, she probably can't afford to move. I give her kudos. She went back for the cat.
Jeanette considers running out the front door, but instead she rushes into her nearby bedroom and grabs her pepper spray. But as she turns around, her blood runs cold as she sees something slowly make a deep imprint on her mattress.
Oh, I
Almost
didn't
as if
see
some
that.
Spirit actually sits down on her bed. As she runs out of the room in fear, she turns, and the imprint on the bed is gone. Jeanette says that she is now terrified of the weird things going on in her new apartment. She says that friends have been staying with her until she can decide just what to do. Black Mass.
Yeah, like I feel like
A
the
young
first
woman
time
named
the
Olivia
door
Conkle
opened
says
by her
that some
stepping
very
too
strange
close to it
things
because
have
there
been
wasn't any
happening at
tape
the
on it.
apartment that
A lot
she
of those
shares
old
with her
buildings, if you step
boyfriend.
near a door, it
Doors
just
in the
tilts
apartment
because it's
often
been
just
settled for
open
so
and
long.
close all on their own.
But that guy walking
One night,
in,
the
I
couple
would be
returns
scared
home and
shitless
sees
and said,
something
fuck no,
truly
go somewhere
horrifying
else.
that seems to be staring out of their apartment window.
Just ask for
The couple
rent.
looks around their apartment, but there's just nothing there.
We're about to go in. I don't think I've ever been more scared of my life. I don't even have any words.
But the paranormal activity in their home seems to be getting worse every day. One night, Olivia is all alone when this happens. So, are Olivia and her boyfriend being haunted by some dark, shapeless thing that hides in the shadows? You decide.
I hope not. In this economy, it's
Scary
just good
videos.
income.
These are videos that are sort of in the scary video genre, but they're just kind of silly, and also they're all about doggies.
Doggies.
So first up, a man is watching a horror movie when very strange things start to happen nearby.
I love doggies.
Yes. It's good.
Thank you for the double arrows if I couldn't see. Oh, the dog's stuck on it. That poor dog. Trying to escape his diaper. He's an old man and he doesn't want his diaper.
Watching a horror movie.
What the hell? Alright, so it was just an old dog trying to remove his diaper, but even that's a little bit scary. Poor doggy. Next, a man leads his little French bulldog back inside his apartment building, but someone has just set up a spooky Halloween decoration at the end of the hallway.
Look at his little butt. Oh.
Dog looks back kind of like, nope, maybe
He's like,
you should go
fuck
check that
this,
out alone."
I'm out. Why are you walking towards this?
And this one, the caption says it all. If your dog is scared, you should be scared.
Look at his little wiggly butt.
And finally, a woman introduces her new doll to her cute little pug named Augie.
Look at Augie. Okay, that was just mean.
But can this little dog sense something about the doll that we can't? Nah, probably not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Maybe
I
like and
love
subscribe.
Augie.
And hopefully I'll see you next time.
What? Hi, Scar. Pretty baby. A little mismatched baby girl. Now the doll doesn't actually move. It's the funniest thing I've heard all day. Oh goodness. Scary videos found on the internet, volume 3 by Something Sinister. Oh, caving videos. Oh, okay, let's watch it.
On May 6, 2019, YouTuber Connor Kelly posted a video of him exploring an abandoned McCoy gold mine in the Nevada desert. However, what was supposed to be nothing more than a fun adventure with his family quickly turned into a disturbing experience, one that would likely stay with the group for the rest of their lives. The exploration of this mine started off quite normal, with the group staying silent to avoid causing an accidental cave-in, as seen by the text they put on screen. However, after about a minute and a half of treading deeper into the mine, Connor noticed something strangely reflective on the path ahead.
So, do you see that reflection? They're trying to...
What they found reflecting back at them was a shoe, amongst many more, in a massive pile with random bones scattered throughout.
That's a bone right there. Actually, there's quite a few bones.
Hello, the forest.
What made this pile even more odd was the sheer variety of shoes on display. Many of them were clearly very modern, while some were models that were released over 30 years ago. How could such a random assortment of shoes end up in an abandoned gold mine in the middle of nowhere? Things took an even darker turn when the group ventured further into the cave and found a bunch of bones, including a relatively intact spine.
So this is water flow. It is getting great. So we can't trust this. You don't stand any closer.
By this point, the group was growing increasingly unsettled by these disturbing discoveries, prompting them to leave the cave as quickly as possible. And that's where the original video ends, without any explanation or resolution. Connor didn't provide any more information in the video's description or in the comments. He posted 4 more videos after this, but none of these videos included any updates on the disturbing encounter either. So, what's going on here? One of the first things that comes to mind is that this mine was the collection spot for a serial killer. This would explain both the shoes and the bones. A top comment on the video also backs this theory, stating, "If you ever listen to the Missing 411 videos, you know shoes are a major component of missing or abducted people.
Yeah,
this
they
sent
sure
chills
are.
down my spine." Which is true. A statistical analysis of the Missing 411 data shows that over 15% of the cases involve absent shoes. However, this theory isn't entirely likely. For starters, I couldn't find any news reports regarding this mysterious pile of shoes, which is odd since judging from the number of shoes, this supposed killer would have had hundreds of victims. If this pile had such a violent history, it probably wouldn't go unnoticed by the media. More importantly, many people on the internet agree that the bones in the video are not human. The group in the video reaches the same conclusion when looking at the bones for the first time.
No, it looks like a cow or a horse.
Yeah.
Way too big for a human.
Put simply, the odds of this being a serial killer trophy
I
cave
feel like they might
are
have just
very
collected
low.
a lot of shoes.
But given the animal bones scattered throughout the area, it's possible it was the feeding spot of
You
a predator,
have the rat
like a
son,
mountain
I
lion.
have the rat
Though, while
daughter.
that might explain the bones, it offers no clues about the pile of
Oh,
shoes.
she's getting up.
One theory I
Bye.
haven't seen anyone else bring up is that the shoes might have ended up there because of flooding. You see, the
Boy.
McCoy mine where the video was filmed is located in Lander County. And
Boy,
from what I
you're
can
so
find, that
happy.
area is quite prone to flooding. So it's entirely possible that someone dumped their sneaker collection in the middle of nowhere
That's
to
him.
get rid of it, only for it to be carried in the abandoned mine with rainwater. A mountain lion could have moved in later, which would explain the bones. The only proof I have of this theory is that the ground in the deepest part of the mine is extremely wet and has water flow marks leading into it. Other than that, it's pure speculation. That said, another potential explanation for both the bones and the shoes is that Connor placed them there himself in hopes of creating a viral video.
Yeah.
People on the internet have pointed out that the bones in the video are a bit too clean for something left in a muddy cave by a predator.
Yeah.
Some have also claimed that a few of the bones look like they're inorganic fabrications. Another inconsistency in Connor's video is that he and his group keep claiming that all the shoes in the pile are kid-sized.
There's no doll shoes in there.
What type of
He even
fucking
mentioned that in
feet
the
are
video's title,
are
which
kids
reads,
wearing?
"Kids' shoes and bones found in
What type of
abandoned
feet are
mine."
kids wearing? You heard
Now,
me.
while that makes an already creepy situation even more disturbing, it's
Like,
simply
what
not
size is a
true.
normal kid
There are
size? Because
plenty of
dear
adult-sized
goddamn,
shoes
those are
visible
not
in this
normal
pile.
kid size.
Unfortunately, I doubt we'll ever know what happened here for sure. It's been 6 years since the
Also,
video was uploaded, and as I mentioned
I wouldn't
earlier,
believe that
Connor has
anyways,
vanished
because if
completely from
you
the
have a
internet ever
child with
since.
you and you're walking through something that's supposedly real human
Action
parts,
Adventure Twins
I would
is a YouTube
escort
channel
them
run
back
by
out.
brothers James and Edward. The duo has been exploring dangerous and crammed caves since early 2020. Yet, despite their combined
Size 11 for
experience,
sure.
one of them
I
almost
don't
lost his
know if
life
that's
back
right,
in
my dude.
2022. In January of that year, the two decided to explore the popular Petty John's Cave in Georgia. They had already explored parts of this maze-like cave multiple times before, and had even found an underground waterfall during one of their expeditions. Put simply, they were pretty confident in their ability to navigate through this cave. But unlike their previous ventures, this time they were going to tackle one of the hardest sections, the aptly named Nervous Breakdown, referring to how cavers feel when going through it. Things started off just as expected, with the pair going through the narrow and claustrophobic entrance to reach the first open area of the Petty John's Cave.
I'll never understand people's want to do this.
Whoa, entrance room.
And people doubt me when I say children yearn for
However,
the
it didn't take
mines.
long for the
Okay,
cave to begin closing
zany.
back again, forcing the two to squeeze through tiny passageways. But that was only the beginning. After about
still, I
25
don't
minutes of crawling through
understand.
increasingly tighter spaces, they reached the first big obstacle, a muddy room with a narrow and steep hole in the middle. They had to carefully walk around this hole to progress. A single slip meant falling into the narrow hole and possibly getting injured. And given the lack of safe footing around the hole, it would have been near impossible for the other person to pull them out.
Like, to get back
After
out,
successfully
they have to
navigating
turn
this
around and do
obstacle,
all of it
they
all
finally
over
arrived at the
again.
entrance to Nervous Breakdown. Unfortunately for them, things weren't looking good. The area surrounding this entrance had collapsed some time ago, making it very difficult to figure out the path ahead. After looking around for a bit, Edward eventually found the real entrance and was excited to go in. He genuinely couldn't wait to find out what was down there and began his descent, leaving his brother behind in case something bad happened. What he didn't realize was that this was about to be one of the worst decisions he'd ever make. Because after descending for a few minutes, Edward called for his brother only to be met with complete silence.
I found a rope.
Did you get caught, Looney Booney?
I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
And her dirty cheek.
In other words, Edward was now lost in an unknown section of the cave without any means of contacting his brother. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued his descent, hoping to find James before long. However, after staying separated for over 30 minutes, the realization set in. He knew panic was the fastest way to make a bad situation worse, but at this point, he couldn't help but feel a growing sense of unease.
Yo. Get away.
James!
Have you ever watched the diver accidents?
James!
No, and I don't think I want to. Thank you,
It's been
Luna.
like 30 minutes since the last saw.
Yeah, Luna.
I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze. We should have never split up.
No, that's number
After
one
calling out
rule.
to
Why would
James
you
many
split
times
up?
with no luck, he decided to retrace his steps and find the way back. Unfortunately, he had underestimated the difficulty of the maze he was about to enter. Every direction looked the same. The narrow passages and jagged walls made it impossible to tell where he had come from. To top it all off, his situation was getting worse with each step he took. If he went the wrong way, he could easily wedge himself into a passage too tight to escape, or worse, plunge into a hidden drop-off. This is the true horror of caving. Even if he didn't injure himself, he could have just as easily wandered around aimlessly until his body gave way into exhaustion, leaving him lifeless in a cold,
random
rocky
batteries.
crevice. The footage of him excitedly dropping into the nervous breakdown entrance would have ended with the camera recording his descent into confusion, fear, and eventually silence. Fortunately, that wasn't the end of his story. After going in loops for a while, Edward spotted a single piece of tape he saw on his way down.
Oh. The tape. Yeah. Okay, this tape looks familiar. Oh, yeah. This has got to be the way. I'm getting close. James! Still nothing.
This unexpected clue turned out to be exactly what he needed. It helped him regain his bearings and finally head in the right direction. Finally, he heard the best sound he could have heard in that moment.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh. Dude. This place is a maze, man. Oh, hey, I see your light. Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know. Oh.
The two stayed together for the rest of the expedition and made it out alive without any major injuries. They're still exploring caves on YouTube, but now with a lot more caution. In January of 2014, a group of cave explorers decided to conquer the Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. It's a vast cave network that spans a length of nearly 3 miles, or 4.8 kilometers. The known deepest section of this cave also goes down a staggering 690 feet, or 211 meters. Most members of this group had been spelunking for years, and like most other cave explorers, were quite confident in their skills. They had also done their research and mapped out their route in advance. But the truth about caving is, when things go wrong, no amount of planning can save you. Even the most experienced and well-prepared explorers can find themselves in terrifying situations. Which is exactly what happened to one of the members of this group, named Bob Johnson. The expedition was going quite smoothly in the beginning, with the group using the equipment they brought with them to continue safely. That is, until they reached a section of the cave called the Tube. It was an unusually narrow section that required the cavers to crawl on their stomach. And to make matters worse, it was also partially submerged in water, making it difficult to both see and breathe.
Why would you even
Despite
go if
these
it's
harsh conditions, the group
submerged?
decided to move ahead. The slimmest member of the group went first and successfully made it to the other side without much trouble. The next person, however, wasn't as fortunate. This was Bob Johnson, the man we mentioned earlier. His crawl through the tube wasn't off to a good start, as he was already having issues with the comparatively wider sections of the passage. He then somehow managed to reach the tightest part of this treacherous section, but that's where his luck ran out.
How are you gonna get back out?
He was completely stuck from the waist down, and any attempt to free himself only made the situation worse. Now, being stuck in a narrow cave like this is extremely stressful on its own. The walls close in on you, and every movement feels like it's pushing you further into the tight space. Panic sets in as you realize just how little room you have to maneuver, and with each failed attempt to free yourself, the fear intensifies. But as if the confined space wasn't enough to make his heart race, Bob now had to contend with something far more terrifying: the rapidly flowing water. Water makes any caving venture 10 times worse. In a dry cave, even if you're stuck, you still have time to think and plan your escape. But when water starts to rise, the situation shifts from bad to life-threatening. The feeling of water creeping up around you in an already claustrophobic space is a nightmare on its own. The real danger with water, however, is that you have mere minutes before drowning becomes a very real possibility. Bob knew this possibility all too well. He gave his all to free himself. Unfortunately, the water was quickly filling up his suit, making it even more difficult to squeeze through. But when the situation seemed hopeless, one of the members had an idea that ended up saving Bob's life. Instead of pushing forward, the members behind him tried pulling him back, and it worked. Bob was finally free, though his troubles weren't over. He later revealed in a comment that him and the two members who pulled him back had crawled for another 3 hours to get out of the cave from a different exit. This incident also left him traumatized to the point where he can't even watch this video without becoming anxious. From what I can find, he scaled back on caving and picked up a much safer hobby in cycling, and now appears to be doing just fine. On the 7th of September 2024, the Action Adventure Twins YouTube channel posted a video exploring a mysterious cave someone found on their property. This is the same channel we talked about earlier, where the two brothers got separated and almost lost their lives in the maze-like cave. They've learned their lessons since and approached this one with far more caution. But with an entrance as life-threatening as this one, even the best precautions could have proven to not be enough.
Alright, so the guy dropped us off halfway up the hill, and he doesn't know anybody who's been down this thing, but we were at the cave. He says he threw a rope down it with a rock and it was 200 feet deep before it stopped. So we got this stick here. We're gonna
That
see if our
means
rope
don't
reaches.
do it.
It's still... Oh, you were right, it kept going.
This alone is enough to terrify most people, with one person stating, "This channel has given me a new fear about walking in the woods. The fact that you could just slip
I'll definitely
and fall
have
down
to
a hole
watch
like
more of
that
that
is
later.
insane. Now anytime I go anywhere, I wonder how many massive voids are right below my feet that I could fall into at any moment." But that didn't deter Edward and James. They quickly secured their rope to a nearby tree and began descending into the steep cave. What they found inside was
Why would
nothing
you go
short
in a
of
cave
breathtaking.
if you're
That
not an
tiny opening
expert
gave way to a vast chasm.
with no say of anyone else being in there before?
This is a big one, man.
Like, I understand what would be the
However,
first
before they
one
could
and
fully
do
take in
more,
the
but
beauty
at the
of
same time,
cavern,
it's not worth
things took a
your
dark
life.
turn. Just seconds into the cave, the two discovered what looked like human remains scattered throughout.
that's comforting. Human bones, huh?
Look how big they are.
Dude, look behind you. There's like a little shrine of them. There's like, oh, that's a cranium.
Dude, is that a human?
Nah, I don't know. It's awfully round.
Yeah, that looks human, man.
Could have been from a grave and they fell down there. Somebody else came down there and just moved them
From
over.
there, they continued exploring the cave as it kept getting bigger the further they went into it. They also discovered old caving equipment like ropes and harnesses already secured to the walls, a detail that only deepened the mystery surrounding the bones they had found earlier. If they did belong to a person, as the two suspected, it was possible they belonged to a previous explorer.
Yeah, it's pretty common to have
This
cave
explorer
sacrifices,
likely had an
especially in
accident
Central
and died in
America.
the cave without ever making it out. On their way in, they did find scattered bones right
there's
below the
that,
entrance.
and the fact that
These were
some
likely
people
the
used to
remains of
live in the
people who accidentally
caves.
fell into the otherwise unassuming hole. However, the bones
Or
they
it
found
could have been
further
used as a
inside
burial
were too
cave.
far
We
from the
don't know.
entrance to have belonged to
Not
someone
always
who simply
particularly
fell
mean.
in.
Somebody
It's also
died in there
possible that these
trying
remains
to
belonged
get
to the
down.
victim of a deranged killer. Someone
Still
who either
possible,
had
but, you
ended a
know.
person's life within the cave, or maybe threw the person into the hole and later dragged their body further into the cave. Some people, however, weren't convinced and accused the brothers of faking the whole thing, especially since the way Edward and James handled some of these remains felt a bit too casual. That said, while YouTubers faking these finds to get a viral video isn't uncommon, this one turned out to be true. The video received several comments from experts confirming that these remains were indeed real and human, with one such person writing, "My girlfriend and I are watching from Canada. We're both paramedics, definitely a human femur and a human cranium. But this raised an even bigger question. When did the owner of these bones pass away? If they disappeared into the cave in the last few decades, this discovery could end up cracking an unsolved case." I ended up contacting the action-adventure twins to see what they had to say or if they had made any police reports afterwards. We ended up contacting the authorities about the bones. They were determined to be human and were apparently a Native American that either slipped and fell into the pit cave or was thrown in there after death and are 2,000 years old. While this did rule out the possibility that these bones belonged to someone more recent, the despair of whoever ended up in that cave alone 2,000 years ago is just as impossible to ignore. They likely fell into the cave, somehow survived the fall, and ended up starving to death while looking for a way out.
Or it could have been a Native American living there with their
October
tribe.
28, 2004, 50-year-old Australian airline pilot and scuba diver David John Shaw broke the world record for the deepest successful dive in history. He achieved this by reaching a depth of 270 meters in Bushman's Hole, one of the deepest freshwater caves in the world. The sole purpose of this dive was to break the record. However, when he reached the bottom, he found something that stopped him in his tracks. He found the body of Dion Dreyer, a 20-year-old scuba diver who died in that cave 10 years ago.
Oh.
Since humans start sinking after a certain depth, Dion's body never floated back to the surface.
Oh.
Given the extreme difficulty and danger of diving this deep, any plans to retrieve his body were also cancelled at the time of his death. However, a plaque in his name was installed near the diving point of Bushman's Hole, which is how Dave knew what he was looking at. After staring at the body in shock for a few seconds, Dave immediately got closer and tried to retrieve Dion. Unfortunately, after a decade in the water, his tanks were firmly stuck in the mud. More importantly, Dave had already spent too much time at that depth. Staying any longer would have been fatal. So he decided to tie a line to Dion's body and return to the surface with the newfound information.
Wasn't very steep. And when I saw the body over to my left, I thought, oh, that's the end of going deep. So just tied my line to it. And by then I was, well, we won't discuss that. So I just left my line.
The news of Dion's body being discovered spread quickly, eventually culminating in Dave talking to his parents and promising to retrieve it. After a couple months of preparation, the next dive was scheduled for January 8th, 2005. Unfortunately, Dave's heroic attempt to bring closure to Dion's parents ended in a catastrophe far worse than anyone could have imagined. Cave diving, aka underwater cave exploration, is far more dangerous than regular spelunking.
Yeah.
The divers have to manage their oxygen levels at all times, avoid often sharp rock formations, and explore the cave system in a far darker environment because even the brightest flashlights aren't as effective underwater, all while making sure they don't get lost. Add in the immense pressure of 270 meters of water above, it becomes an almost insurmountable challenge, one that only a handful of people on the planet are capable of overcoming. So everything needed to be perfect for Dave's operation to succeed. He worked with police divers, the defense force, and medics to ensure everything went smoothly, and they planned the dive second by second. According to the plan, Dave would use the line he tied earlier to reach Dion's body. After cutting it loose and putting it in a special body bag, he would begin his descent. This descent would have taken around 12 hours to avoid decompression sickness. So instead of holding on to Dion's body the entire time, Dave would pass it along to his longtime friend Don Shirley at 220 meters. Don would then hand it over to support divers located at various depths and keep checking on Dave for any issues. Sadly, this is not how it went.
Oh no.
An hour and a half after the dive began, the surface crew received an ominous message from the support divers, claiming that they hadn't seen any activity from Dave or Don. Shortly after, another message reached the surface. This one was from Don, stating that he's seeing Dave in the distance, and he's not moving.
Oh no.
Mom's okay.
Dad's looking
While this message was making its way to the surface, Don tried to reach Dave himself. He exceeded his target depth, which resulted in his rebreather controller imploding. This also led to him suffering from oxygen poisoning and vomiting while 220 meters under the water. Fortunately, he managed to keep hold of the line and was eventually pulled out of the water still breathing. Dave, however, didn't make it. But when rescue teams pulled out his body, they made a shocking discovery. Dion's body was attached to the recovery line as well. Following the recovery, investigators looked at the footage captured by the waterproof camera mounted on Dave's head. This is what they saw. Though I should mention, I couldn't find the raw footage from that camera. The only clip of it online is narrated by Don himself, Dave's best friend who we just talked about, who almost died trying to save his life. The footage shows Dave moving alongside the line to find Dion's body, and then trying to put it in the bag. Unfortunately, this is where the plan started falling apart. Dion's body was unexpectedly loose from the mud and was moving around uncontrollably. Dave tried to complete his mission despite this, only to end up getting tangled in the line.
Oh
this
no.
line is just getting everywhere because this body is floating. It's not stuck. Everything's moving. Right, light gets caught on the line there. Move it out of the way. Still got a nice bright light.
All this effort caused him to neglect his gauges, resulting in Dave feeling the effects of nitrogen narcosis, which include poor judgment, trouble concentrating, and reduced muscle and nerve function. Put simply, he lost everything he needed to survive at that depth. He tried to cut the tangled line, but the lack of coordination made it near impossible. As he was struggling to stay conscious, the last thing he saw was the terrifying view of Dion's lifeless face mask staring back at him. Shortly after this, Dave passed away. The only silver lining was that the tangled line kept Dion's body close to Dave, allowing him to successfully complete his mission by recovering the body, only at the cost of his own life.
That's depressing. I mean, I'm glad that he managed to accomplish his goal he was wanting to accomplish of gathering that man's body, but that's still depressing though he didn't make it. Yeah. Hey, Grip. May he rest in peace. As I'm hiccuping. Ugh. Okay. I think I'll end it here before I get too sleepy and pass out. I'm weirdly free tomorrow, so I might stream some more. I've been trying to work on a V-Roid model so I can do my MMDs again and get those back up, but we'll see. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming to chill, and I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a good, very good, fulfilling, restful sleep. I hope everybody deserves a nice sleep, especially on the weekend time. I'll see you sometime tomorrow, hopefully. Well, yeah. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, and bye-bye.